what do you call it? Disclaimer. I have never done this before. It's a bigger project for me. I'm hoping I can make you be able to see what I'm going to do. I may have to back the camera up a little bit. But it's something that I've been wanting to work with, and I just hadn't took the leap. So we're going to take a leap together, okay? I don't know if any of you have ever made anything from old shutters. I had, my husband and I had went to a estate sale back when I first was getting my craft room built. And we bought some shutters. I was planning to put shutters in my background to use to display my crafts on. And it didn't happen. So I have, I think, 4 of these beautiful shutters. Well, I painted one for the background. And because it never happened, it's just been sitting in my craft room painted. It's gotten a little scuffed up where it's gotten moved around here and there. Today, it's going to become a porch leaner. And I'm going with the Patriotic. Someone was saying, I know the 4th of July is just right upon us. On Thursday will be the 4th of July. But I usually keep any of my Patriotic stuff up all summer long. So if you don't do that, that's okay. This might be something you might want to do for next time. Or you might just come up with your own creative way to use a shutter. So, my shutter's big, so it's not going to all fit on the screen, but I'm going to try to make sure that you can see as I do this. Hi, Janice. Hi, Bernice. I'm sorry I missed you this morning, but I did share you, and I also went on there and commented a few times, and I loved your craft. I sped to the end so I could see it. Welcome, welcome. Thank you all for being here. So, here's my shutter. Ugh, if I don't knock nothing over. Okay, now I'm going to have to move my camera. Ugh, hold on. It's so big. Move my camera back so y'all can see more of the shutter. Okay, you see the shutter? Let me hold it. See, it's very large. Very large. I probably should have done my camera sideways, but I've never really done that, and I didn't really know how to do that. I know a lot of you think, Angie, you're always the one teaching us how to do things on these computers, but that's one thing that I've not learned, how to turn my camera. Except for when I'm doing a duel. I have done it that way. I probably could have turned it. Anyway, long story short, I didn't turn it. So, I've got, the shutter part here. And then on the side is 2 pieces. And then there's a little wider at the top and a little wider at the bottom. So the first thing I think I'm going to do is I want to paint these sides red. I'm going to paint the top and the bottoms blue. And then I've got something to add to the shutter part. Thank you all for sprinkling. That's amazing. Thank you, thank you. So, y'all, I'm using folk art paint from Plaid. I am a Plaid ambassador. And if you're a creator and don't know what that is, and you would like to know more, I would love to tell you about it. But the awesome thing about being a Plaid ambassador is that I get a lot of goodies from Plaid for free. So, this is Folk Art Matte Imperial Red. I'm going to use for my red. And find the right brush. I hear all kinds of noise in the other room. Almost like someone's with my husband. Yeah, somebody's here. I think his worker is with him today. I hear their voices. Okay, so I'm painting, and I'm gonna try. I'm not the most successful at not being messy painter. Oh, he's sending some food, I think. I'm sorry, babe. I'm in here. I'm live. What are you sending food with, She's like a big brother. She's always, I missed something. I missed it. I can't see that either because of the light. Sherry Tompkins, you are following me. You're silly, Krista. You're silly. So there's a tip. If you're live and you can't read the comments because the white blends in, just hold you up something dark. You can read the comments. Thank you for sprinkling, Michelle Klein. I appreciate that so much. Y'all, I'm getting red where I don't want red, but I'll touch it up with white, hopefully. Terry. Sorry, y'all. I made a cobbler the other day, and I want him to send some of that home with his worker, too. His friend. They're really good friends, not just employees situation. He may have already left. Terry went to think about that cobbler. Jim Ellis Fisher. Hi, Jim. Miss Jim. So good to have you. Miss Jim's up after me, y'all. So, okay, I went down so far, and because it's going to be hard to reach, I'm going to do this side. I'll try not to get paint on the white where I don't want it. Y'all, I am not an expert. I am a crafter. A crafter who's messy sometimes. Here's another good tip for you. I always keep these, like if I get buy mushrooms or anything that comes in these, I keep them and I use them for paint. So then I could just throw the thing in the garbage after I use it. I have those little paint things, but I don't think about them a lot of times. I love the shade of red of this. It's so pretty. So are y'all doing anything for the 4th of July? Does anyone have 4th of July plans? Y'all, my shoulders are already feeling better. See, I told you I need to come live more. Just got to make myself do it. Just got to get over this anxiety garbage. I don't think Krista would care for me to tell you that I am in another event on Friday. And it has to be something that flies. So, get your curiosity up. Hi, Dee Dee. It would have been my daddy's 80th birthday. Oh. On the 4th of July, my very best friend, Patty, you sometimes will see her. I forgot to send her a text, so you might not see her today. Her birthday's on July the 4th as well. I'm so sorry for your loss, Dee Dee. I know, I miss my daddy so much. He's been gone 8 years. He was born on July the 9th, so kind of close. He died a couple months before his 70th birthday. He passed away. But he wouldn't want me to be sad because he always told me, please don't sit around and cry about me. Please don't. So I try not to. But I do miss him so very, very, very much. And our family cemetery is in Kentucky, so I can't go to a family cemetery. But my daddy's not there anyway. His ashes are sitting on my mantle. He wanted to be cremated, and he wanted to be buried in that cemetery beside my mom. But my brothers and I decided that we couldn't do it and we needed to have him with us, so we never took him. My oldest, not my oldest brother, but my brother who died of a heart attack was grieving greatly, and he just couldn't do it. And so when he passed away, my brother, I said, bring Dad to me. So he's sitting on my mantle. And my youngest daughter needed me to do that too. So, and I miss going to my mama's grave, but it's just too far away. I can't make that trip very often. He's like 500 and something miles away from me. You're praying for you to have comfort. Thank you. Oh, she's praying. Yes, please pray for Dee Dee and all of these that need prayer, because I am all about praying. Hi, Kim. Hello. Kim needs prayer too. I hope she's okay with me saying that. She posted on her page that she's been hurting. I think she'll be fine if we pray for Kim too. Yes. They sure are. I can feel my parents with me. My siblings that have passed away. More my parents. My brother James that passed away. We were really, 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 really close. So, but my parents, it just feels like I can talk to them. I don't know why. I just feel that way. I don't do it all the time. There's just certain times that you just feel like you need to. I hope everything else is going well. And I hope everyone's having a good day. I hope you have a wonderful Independence Day. It being on a Thursday's kind of got people thrown off. My son-in-law has to work, so we're not really having a get-together on actual 4th of July, which we have a chance of rain and storms that day anyway. But my daughter and my husband and my husband's taking the day off work, and we're going to go to the Amish and get a few things. We're wanting some more corn to put up. Now I got my noisy dryer, but it's faster. My little dryer takes forever. This one dries so much faster. Okay. So I'm going to swing this around. Oh, I just put my finger. I'll have to touch that up. Wasn't quite dry. We're going to swing this around so I can get this other side. Plus, I'm going to need to paint that edge better now that I can see it. This is quite a project for a live. It really is. You lost. Okay, I'm going to hold up my thing so I can read it. You lost your Mama Bear over 2 years ago. Oh, yes. I think it says Mama Bear. Yeah, my camera's farther away. It's a little harder for me to read the comments. My mom and my dad, and I've lost 3 siblings so far. It's hard. Every single time is hard. It's just, life's just hard sometimes. It just is. But I have the Lord, and He gives me comfort and peace, and He gives me help in my time that I need. All I gotta do is say, God, I can't do it. I need you. And He's right there. Woo! About slopped that paint in the floor, y'all. And he hears us. He hears just the whisper of his name. And he knows we need him. But on a happy note, you know, well, I don't know. There's been fireworks displays and stuff here on different days because the 4th of July being in the middle of the week. Last weekend, several of the places celebrated. Several of the local towns are closer to us. And then this week, this Saturday, the town that I go to church in is having a big 4th of July celebration. I don't think anyone is really having it on the 4th because people have to work. Most of your factories and stuff don't let people off work for the 4th of July. And my son-in-law has to get up so early to go to work. Let's see. I'm going to read a comment. I can't see. Thank you. You watched my YouTube channel. Thank you. Yes, if anybody wouldn't mind doing that, I've been uploading some of my old videos and putting them on YouTube. I'm going to start moving things from here to there, and eventually I want to go live on there. I think I can go live there now. I'm pretty positive, but I haven't done it yet. But I'm trying to build it up. I posted on my page, my YouTube channel, which I labeled, my YouTube channel is my Crafty Blessings with Angie, so it shouldn't be hard for you to find it, even if you don't have that link. I'm just a little concerned about FB, and I want to be able to be in other places too. Get this dry enough that I don't touch it and get on me, and I'm going to try to paint the inside of that other side with red. I'm going to get it everywhere. There's going to be some touching up. There's going to be some touching up because Angie's not a steady hand painter. That's for sure. I really got it there. I'm sorry, y'all, that I'm painting and painting. Oh, somebody's having a birthday. Happy birthday. I was hoping that my bestie, Patty, was going to come and see me for her birthday, but she has another trip she's got to make, I think, that she might not be able to come and see me like we thought, which is okay. Y'all, I've never been on a cruise before, but my husband and I are going on our first cruise in August. I'm a little nervous, especially with all these storms, and it'll still be hurricane season. But more than anything, it's just not knowing, I don't think I'll get sick. I've been on big boats before. When I lived in Florida and such, we went on big boats. I didn't go on overnight cruises, but I went on day cruises on big boats. or ships, whatever you want to call them. But more than anything, just all of the people and the atmosphere, and makes me a little nervous. But a couple from our church, they were booked for this cruise, and they were telling us about it. And my husband's been wanting to go on one for so long, and they got a good price on it. So he gave us the information to contact the person that he booked through, and we got basically the same price he did. So I'm excited about it, but nervous. You know me, anxious Angie. I got the red. I'm going to have to touch up some light, but I got the red. Thank you all for talking to each other. I'm sorry I'm missing so many comments. I apologize. Officer Lulu. Is Lulu an officer? Or are y'all joking? I see a little glue bow right there. So what did y'all have for supper? Has anyone had supper yet? Is it, I mean, here it's 5:27. It's 6:27 in the east, and it's earlier in the west. But I made a squash, potato, onions, and smoked sausage, like fried casserole type dish, a one bowl thing for supper. It turned out really good. My husband can be a little picky. He says he's not, but he is. Now this is ivory, and that is painted white. Let's see if I can get some white out of here, hopefully. Excuse me. I'm going to try to touch up this white. Whose birthday? I'm missing it. I want to say happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. You're the officer of Krista's page. Okay, I get it now. Whose birthday is it, y'all? Tell me. My granddaughter's birthday's today, too. Oh, happy birthday to your granddaughter, too. Oh, it's the Officer Lulu's birthday. Okay. Lulu's up. Who is she after? Lulu is after Miss Jim. So we'll have to go on there and I'll wish her a happy birthday on her page too. Oh, y'all, I'm making a mess. Oh, well. You know what? This is going on my porch. It's not going to be perfect. It's going to be rustic. It's going to be rustic. Really rustic. Oh, really, really rustic. Oh, well. Life's like that, ain't it? Life can be rustic, too. Yes, she's after you. Yes. Miss Jim and then Lulu. Miss Jim is up after me. And then Miss Amy is up. And if y'all don't know it, I hope it's okay for me to say this. I'm sure that Krista's seen it. They're having a special event Friday in honor of Krista to try to, and everyone in that event, I couldn't be in it because I was already in another event. Everyone is going to auction off their craft to help offset the cost of Miss Krista's expense for her dog that's been having seizures. I think they're getting the seizures better now, but she still has to go for testing and stuff like that. So I hope you'll support that too. Miss Krista does a lot for our crafting community. And I wanted to be in it, but I was already committed to another event. So I'm going to do something for Miss Krista soon. Just haven't figured out exactly how I'm going to go about it. Crafting with, yes, it's Lulu, right? Yes, her name's Lulu. She's new to me, so I got to get to know Lulu a little better. I'll be on her live later. I may have been on her live before, y'all, but I don't remember her name very good. So I don't think if I've been on it very much, I don't remember. Y'all, I'm touching up, and it's turning pink because my red wasn't all the way dry. Oh well, because I'm painting that blue. Okay, y'all, I'm taking too much time on this. Way too much time. I'm going to try to touch up this side. See, it's turning pink. That's okay, that's going to be painted blue. I don't want pink. In my brush. I don't want pink in my brush. She has been seizure-free since last Wednesday. Yay! She goes back on July 17th for more blood work. See, that's why we want to help. We want to help. Well, I say we like I'm in the event. I wanted to be, but I couldn't. I just couldn't do that to the people that I was already committed to. But I'm going to do something for you, Krista. I haven't decided yet. I want to support you too. Yeah. I'm just messy, 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 messy. But I'm going to be doing this rustic anyway. I'm getting in a hurry because I am not going to get done if I don't get moving. And then the red will be easier to touch up than the white. Oh, there we go. Okay. Put that brush in there. And let's touch up the red again. Lord. Thank you, Lord. I'm sorry. I said that kind of in a way I shouldn't have said that. Forgive me. It's like an endless cycle. We're just gonna wing it here in a minute. I touch something and touch something and touch something. Okay. So let me dry this so we can get moving. You have, I'm trying to read that. You have been confined to the house as I'm afraid to leave. Oh, I know how that is. Y'all, my daughter, Hannah, got a dog. We are cat people. We've been cat people for several years. We haven't had a dog. And since right after my daddy died. So they adopted a 6-year-old full-blooded German Shepherd. And the people that had him were going on the mission field. And they needed a home for him. And so they took him. The people brought him here from Ohio. They drove 7 hours to bring him here. He's a good dog. I'm just scared of him. I gotta get used to him. I've met him in person once so far, but I have not been to my daughter's house since he came. Because certain breeds of dogs just scare me. Hannah keeps reassuring me of how to go about coming in the house. Just don't be hesitant. Just walk in like you're supposed to be there and all this stuff. But it makes me nervous. So y'all help me pray that I can get over that. Because I want to be able to go to my daughter's house. And I want to be able to, I usually go up there and I help her do some things in her house. And I'm very nervous about it. She's got a baby coming. I want to be able to go to my daughter's house. But it makes me very, very anxious. Okay, y'all. I've got to be done with this painting. Oh. Almost half my time. I can't stand that red on there. So we're going to dip some white on them. Let's try to be more careful. One more time. One more time of white. Because I can't stand that red on there. Huh? Yeah. Oh, okay. I tried to get your attention to give Tony some of that cobbler.
I did.
Oh, okay.
I did.
He did. He did give Tony some cobbler. Okay. I'm going to be done with this. Okay. Seems like I'm getting more and more OCD too. Prayers for you. Thank you. Thank you. I want to feel good about it. I mean, I don't want them to feel bad because they have a dog, but I want to feel comfortable. Because they live right here by me. Okay, we're calling it good, y'all. Okay, so what I'm doing on the inside is going to hopefully work. Because I've never done this before. Disclaimer. Okay. So I used Canva and I created me a USA. I don't think I'm going to use that. I think I have room for it. So I have the letter U. The letter U. And I have the letter S and the letter A. So, this is printed out of my inkjet printer. And it's printed on rice paper, okay? I took my rice paper outside and I sprayed it with clear acrylic spray. I double coated it, okay? Hoping that it does not bleed. But if it does, it does. Because there's not a whole lot you can do about it. I'm going to try my best not to oversaturate, because I feel like that makes it bleed worse. But yet I have to have enough to get it to go down like in the grooves. So whether this works or not, we're going to see. Just don't let... I know, that's what everybody tells me. Don't be scared. They brought him up on the chain because they don't let him run free. And I have 2 cats, which he's good with cats. They have a cat. And he's been good. They're having a little showdown about attention because they're both want all the attention, the cat and the dog. And they keep the cat kenneled if, you know, they don't let them roam free in the house together without somebody in the house with them. But they brought him down here to meet me here at my house in my front yard. And he was fine. He was fine. But going to their house is where my anxiety flows. Because my husband went up there the other day to their house. And he was growling a little bit at my husband. And my husband said, Hannah, he's growling at me. And she said, just walk straight in here to me. Just walk to me. And so he did. And she said, Terry said, he did calm down after she did that. But he said, I was a little uneasy about it. So for him to be uneasy makes me really uneasy. Because my husband's generally the one telling me to stay calm. It's bleeding a little bit, but we're going to distress and everything. It's got to be saturated enough to go down in those grooves. So really ain't much I can do about that bleeding. I hope this looks all right when I get done, because right now I'm questioning. What are you doing? I hope it's straight. Here I'm sitting. I think it'll be all right. Prayers just on, yeah. When I grew up with a dog that was a protector. I always thought he had German Shepherd, but now I really don't think he had German Shepherd. When I look at the pictures, I think he was more of a, what is it called? Golden Retriever. I think he had more. He may have had a little bit of German Shepherd, but he had a lot of Golden Retriever. Which Golden Retrievers can be very protective too. I have friends that have one that's protective. But I grew up with him, and he was a protector. Oh man, was he a protector. And many times, I mean, he protected us from harm, literal harm. We had a man trying to break in our house one time, and our dog was the reason. My mom, he was going crazy. We were in the house, and we actually had family there visiting. And my mom opened the screen door. We had a door, and then we had a screen door behind it off of our kitchen. And Mom opened the door, going to put him outside on his chain. And he went through the screen. It wasn't like a door of glass. It was just a screen. This was when I was like 5 years old. And he went through the screen, busted through the screen. And there was a man standing at the door. And he had a thing over his head. And my dog chased him down the street. Didn't come back till the next day. So we always felt very safe with him because he was a protector. And that's why they want this dog. is because my son-in-law has to get up in the middle of the night and go to work. And it makes Hannah nervous. Not that we live in a bad area. We don't. But it just unnerves her a little bit to be by herself. And then the baby coming. So when they found out about the dog, they thought this would be ideal for this. So it is what it is. But I've always had an issue with bigger dogs or any breed that can be a little aggressive makes me nervous. In my older years, especially. Yeah, I'll have to show this to you. It's bleeding quite a bit, but like I said, I'm going to put some distressing on this and try to make it more rustic, and hopefully that's going to fix the look of it. Because my spray didn't help a lot with the bleeding this time. Of course, it's probably because I'm putting a good bit of Mod Podge. And it'll be what it'll be. If I had a laser printer, I would not be having this problem. If you have a place to get prints made, I don't have a local place close enough that does laser printing where I would invest. And I haven't convinced my husband that I need one of them yet. I've tried to talk to him about it, but I haven't convinced him. After this cruise, I think I'm going to try to save up my spending money and get me one. Okay, so I got the U and the S. I want to show y'all what we got so far. So I got 13 minutes. I want you to see what it looks like. Woo! There went my A. You see how it looks? U and S. So I think it'll look okay. Like I said, I'm going to distress it some. My A went flying. Oh, I gotta get it. It's a big project, y'all. Big project. So I'm gonna swing it around so you all can see me do the A. So I'm gonna I'll start the A right here. Looks great. Thank you. Hi, Rose. Hi, Jeannie. Or Jean. Jeannie. Is it Jeannie? It's Jeannie. Lord, my brain's crazy. I hope it's right. I think your name needs to be Rose. I heard you say on a live one time that your daddy called you Rose. It's Jeannie. I knew it. I got to meet her at the meet and greet. She's awesome. I love her. My daughter just fell in love with her and Carol Ruth and Miss Jim and Kathy and all of them. Of course, Ralph. There's so many. So many wonderful creators. I wish it wasn't bleeding so bad, but it is what it is. You have a niece that ran through the screen door. Oh, wow. Well, I don't remember. Of course, my mom, I have 4 brothers, older brothers, and they were rowdy. But they go ruining anything, and my mom gonna get them. They're gonna get got. So I think they'd be scared to do that. But, I do remember them one night in that same place we were living. Y'all, I getting paint all over myself. Guess that paint ain't dry right there. We were living in it was an apartment building. It was like a duplex. And there was a lot of us living there. All 6 of the kids. My mom was divorced, so sometimes my brothers were with their dad, and sometimes they were with us. Look at all the paint, y'all. Got paint on my arm. I didn't even realize it. I got paint on my shirt. Oh no. But it was just it was really a 1-bedroom apartment. And we had 6 kids. But there was like a dining room area, a pretty large dining room area in between the kitchen and the living room. And they made it into a huge bedroom with extra beds. And so we all had our own space and everything, but it was tight. My brothers didn't live with us the whole time we were there, but they were there a good bit until we moved. We moved from there to my mom and dad bought their first house after that. And we was just in, man, it was like a dream come true to move into a house that had I think that house had it had 3 bedrooms, and it was an upstairs downstairs house, so it was plenty of room for us all. But anyway, I remember in that house, my brothers, they had friends all the time at our house. The boys in the neighborhood were practically lived at our house all the time. That's just how it was. And so their buddies was all over at the house, and they was getting all rowdy, and they broke one of Mama's chairs. Oh, a fire will come out of the sky. Because my mama had a temper. She had a temper. And I don't blame her. Now that I'm a mama, I don't blame her one bit. But back then I thought, oh, Mama, calm down. But I don't blame her a bit now. I would be really mad if my kids did what some things my brothers did. They were all boys. I remember them taking my sister. I loved baby dolls. My sister loved Barbie dolls. And my sister had a Barbie house, which was a big deal back then. For her to be able to have a Barbie house, wasn't something we could really afford. My parents could afford, and probably, more than likely, someone either gave it to her, because my parents really couldn't afford a lot of stuff back then. But anyway, my brothers, they were so mean. They would take her Barbies and hang them upside down and do all kinds of crazy stuff to them. They're rotten, aren't they? I got 6 minutes. Up after me is Miss Jim Ellis from JEF Creations. An old woman making things. You don't want to miss Miss Jim. I'm sure she's going to be more fun than I ever am. She's an awesome lady. I got to meet her at the meet and greet. She's awesome. You certainly do not want to miss her. But they were always into stuff. 2 of my brothers at that same location when we were living there, they found a trailer full of gunpowder, it had explosives, all kinds of fireworks. It was abandoned on a parking lot. they got into it, and they was carrying bottles of gunpowder home, pouring it over model cars in our backyard and blowing them up. And they got this bright idea for one of the news articles says 6 cans, one says 8 cans. I don't know which it was. I was not quite 6 years old. They poured enough for it to explode and shake our block. And my uncle lived at the end of the street, came running because he knew it was from our house. About killed them. They were both caught on fire, lost their eyesight for a short time. Thank God it was restored. I know it was just prayer. They, neither one had serious things from it. It was just a miracle. It was a miracle. James was burned from his waist up. My uncle grabbed him and took him to the kitchen sink and was pouring water on him. Kurt was on fire from his head to his toes. My daddy grabbed him and threw him in the shower. It was a horrible day. It was a horrible day. I remember my mom grabbing me and my sister and shoving us out the front door because they were coming in the back door. She didn't want us to see them, but it was too late. We had done seen them. They were in the hospital for months in the hospital. But they both lived. They both have passed away. Isn't that so odd? But one died at age 40 of cancer and one died at 52 of a heart attack. But they lived through that. Lived through it. Okay, here we go, y'all. I'm going to try to hold it up back here. See how it looks? I think it's pretty good. I'm going to do a little bit more stuff to it. Like, I'm going to paint this bottom one blue and the top one blue. And I've got this ribbon that I'm going to make a really pretty bow to go at the top. Or I don't know, I'm deciding on that because I really should have left a little more room at the top, but I didn't. I had this, but it wouldn't fit. I was going to do it all, and after I printed it, I realized it won't all fit. So I'll use that on something else. But, you know, it's funny and strange how things turn out. It's funny and strange. Thank you, thank you. Be sure you go see Miss Jim. She's up in 2 minutes, and she's probably already live, but here at Crafty Blessings with Angie, I try to end every single live with a challenge for you to be a blessing. What can you do to be a blessing to someone? Encourage, uplift, inspire someone. Being kind at the grocery store, at the checkout lane, at the bank, to your neighbors. Showing kindness in a way that people can see the love that you have for them. It's easy. So I encourage you to be a blessing. God bless y'all. Have a wonderful holiday weekend. I will be live Friday. I hope you'll come and see me. And I've got another really neat craft planned for Friday, something I've never done. So I hope that you'll come back and see me then. And go see Miss Jim. And you all, I will post a finished photo of this so you can see what I decide to finish it. And I hope you have a blessed night. Thank you for being here. And my nerves are better. I'm just so much better. And I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless y'all. Bye-bye.